15.1, creating ArrayList objects. Okay, so let me look through this 15. Unit 15 has creating. We have some methods to look at, traversing and sorting. Before we jump into 15.1 though, differences between ArrayList and array. I have three of them here, three main ones. ArrayList goes in string, but the array, that's going to stay as a fixed size. The list is dot size to find how many elements are in the list. Dot size, it's a method. ArrayList will be dot size, but the array is dot length. Okay, the ArrayList size, the array dot length. No parentheses here. That's a variable. Parentheses here, that's a method. ArrayList holds only objects, not primitives. But an array can hold objects and primitives. Similarities. They're index structures. That means they start at 0 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, stopping at 1 less than the length. So if there are 10 things, we're going from 0 to 9. They can be traversed using an index loop or for each loop. We'll see that when we reach to 15.3, how we can traverse them. I'm going to make some. First is the raw list. I'm just going to call it list. It's an object. So you could see I'm using the keyword new. So you know it's an object. I need to import it. Clearly it's in the API. So I import it, and you're going to see a yellow line. See that yellow line? It means the list is raw. What does that mean? You don't specify what type is going into the list. You could see over here it says it needs to be parameterized with this little E. I'll show you that in a second. What this means is this guy can hold any object. So I can put button in here, I could put an integer in there, I could put a panel in there, a string, a double. I'm going to go to the parameterized ones now. These are specifying what type goes into the list. They're not raw. So integer. And again, only objects. I'm going to call this list 2. Integer, not int. Okay. So the next one I'm going to make is one full of strings. I'm going to call this list 3. And this list can hold only strings. And then I'm going to make one for doubles. So this is going to hold only double objects. I'm going to call this list 4. And this list that I have here that's holding only double, I'm going to show you right now what I mean by you can't put an int or double primitive in there. Let me change this d to a lowercase d. Error. See the error? See that red line? That's saying you can't put a primitive in a list. It has to be an object. Okay? So to quickly recap, if you make a raw list, you didn't specify a type. Any type can go in. But once you do specify a type, only that type can go into the list. For example, for list 2, I cannot put a string. I can only put integer in here. Only strings in here. Only double in here. 15.1, creating ArrayList object. That brings us to the end of 15.1.